Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is April 14, 2023, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the U.S. markets push higher, close to the yearly highs. But first, looking at the major economic events of today, starting out at 3:30 South African time. Out of the United States, we have retail monthly sales numbers coming out. And then at 4 p.m., also a U of M consumer sentiment number, which is really important. And then also today, we have JP Morgan coming out with their first quarterly earning report. Now, looking at the various markets, they're pretty much all higher. US dollar actually lower versus the major pairs in the Forex realm. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, as we spoke, trade higher. Now, looking at commodities, gold close to its all-time highs at 220.39, while oil remains steady and unchanged. Now, looking at the stocks, Facebook reaches new yearly highs at 220. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin clearing that 30,000 and staying steady and climbing higher to 3,600. Let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to take a look at the USD, and sure enough, as we spoke yesterday, it clears its highs. And this is exactly what I was looking for. And we're trading at 110.70ish right now, as you can see, just shy of that. And it's pushing higher. Okay, now it is pushing higher. This means that the next real resistance-ish level is somewhere up here at this 111.90ish level. And I would say even 112. So keep that in mind, as this has gotten much stronger versus the US dollar. And if we look at the GBP USD, also pushes higher as well as it makes that 125 high. Now, the next resistance level for here as well is somewhere in this mid-range at 129. Now, this is taking us all the way, literally all the way, and making almost a recovery that we did not anticipate. I mean, we went as low as 1-to-1 versus the dollar with the GBP, and we're at 125 now. So it's a big comeback for the GBP. Now jumping into the Japanese yen, also getting a little bit stronger versus the dollar, and jumping into commodities. All right, let's take a look at gold, trading here at 2043. Remember, our high is 2060-ish level. Okay, so if we look at our all-time highs, look at that monthly, we're there. We're literally there. And I would confess to say that I would think that we would break even higher, and maybe once we break higher we could go to 2200, but keep that in mind and keep this abreast, as this is sure to continue. Now looking at crude oil, pretty much unchanged, did taper off a little bit to $82, but you know, nothing really doing here. I'd keep an eye on it as it broke that 200-day moving average, but for right now, it's steady. Now, there are other things to look at, and that's what I want to focus on, all right? So jumping into the U.S. markets, let's take a look at the Dow Jones. We're almost back to our yearly highs, okay, as we've come off the gates in the beginning of January, and we rallied all the way up to 34,500, and right now we're at 34,100-ish level as we're making our way back. Now jumping into the NASDAQ also trading very strong at 13,100-ish level, as you can see, almost back to its all-time highs, okay, as we hit in August 2022. And this is something to really write home about, because like, if we consider this, it'll come to our highs, not all-time highs, our highs of August of 2022, when we hit that 13,600-ish level. All-time highs obviously at 16,000, but you know, the tech stocks are coming through, okay? I wouldn't be surprised that we clear this 13,600 and go even higher. Now let's take a look at those stocks. First, Facebook hitting 2020. That's the first time for the year, as it's pushing higher to all-time yearly highs, okay? And it's getting closer to that 200-day moving average. Now, looking at the other majors, Microsoft back to close to its highs, okay? If we look at Amazon, also retaliated back. This looked like it was on the brinks of breaking, falling lower, and makes a recovery, a big recovery on the upside. Now, consumer confidence number is going to be a very important number for today, so just be aware of it. It will affect the U.S. markets, and JP Morgan's coming out with its quarterly returns, and we are off of our highs of 144, as you can see. That's significant, but still it has room to make some way back. Okay, so if it does come back, it may come back with some gusto today, so just be aware of it. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, clearing that 30,000, trading at 30,700. Now, we do want to see this push higher. I'd like to see it go to 33, maybe 34,000. That's the next real resistance. And I believe we can do that. So just keep an eye on that as this is unfolding as well. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.